besides being two Canadian artists with successful careers. The Weeknd and Drake are moguls who know well how to enjoy their large wealth. But the question is, which of the two leads a more luxurious life? In this video you will witness a fierce battle between the Weeknd and Drake. So, let's go to fight! Before we get started, I challenge you. You have to click on subscribe and activate notifications, check the option all. But you have to do that in less than 5 seconds. You got it? And if you can, write in the comments #allaboutSubscribe. Alright, let's get started. Round 1. Jets. It's no surprise that the two singers The Weeknd and Drake have more than enough money to enjoy some good aircraft. But which one of them has the most luxurious jet? The Weeknd has been spotted, for example, on a Boeing 737 BBJ model jet, an executive jet with enormous flying range, reaching over 8,000 miles, the longest range for any 737 model jet of any generation. The aircraft can carry over 160 passengers and features a fully customized interior. To acquire this model, you have to shell out the princely sum of $100 million, but The Weeknd is likely to be chartering the vehicle, which is still certainly not cheap at all. Meanwhile, Drake has his own aircraft. Nicknamed as Air Drake, it is much more than just a small jet. It is a custom Boeing 767 model commercial aircraft. This type of aircraft, in its traditional version, has a total capacity of 375 passengers, but it is clear that the Canadian made major modifications to meet his standards. Much like all private planes, Drake certainly features cabins with tables for meals, plus spacious and complete bathrooms. On its exterior, the rapper has already had his aircraft customized in 2 ways. Recently, he coated it with a blue paint and with cloud designs, something that was designed by the director of the Louis Vuitton brand. And to get an idea of the figures involved, some sources point out that Drake's plane is valued at $180 million. And because Drake owns his own jet, he wins this round. Round 2. Luxury shopping. World celebrities like The Weeknd and Drake have plenty of money to burn through on whatever they might want, like watches. One of The Weeknd's favorite models is the Rolex Cellini King Midas, a geometric-shaped model that suits Abel's style quite well, and which costs around $17,000. He has also been seen with the Rolex Datejust Onyx model, a classic and timeless model that reflects the personality of the wearer, with a bezel that is always studded in gold, regardless of the model. To acquire this piece, it is necessary to pay the amount of $35,000. Another watch from his collection is the Rolex Day-Date 40, an all-gold model that has become popular especially among politicians and is increasingly worn by public figures. The value of this beautiful item is $45,000. But without a doubt their most expensive watch is the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak from the Marvel collection, which features the titanium case and purple color design since it has the concept of the Black Panther movie. This model costs around $160,000. Meanwhile, Drake has several pieces of jewelry in his collection. Drake is always posting on his social media his massive rings, necklaces and lockets made of gold and filled with precious stones such as diamonds. Recently, he commissioned a necklace consisting of several hearts and weighing 100 carats and costing an unbelievable $1 million. When it comes to watches, Drake likes to invest a lot of money. He has already shown on his Instagram, for example, his sophisticated $200,000 gold Rolex Chrome Hearts. One of the models he has is the Jacob & Company Astronomy Casino, an accessory that surprises in detail and costs $620,000. He has also gifted himself the super rare $2,200,000 Richard Mille 056-02 model. Taking into consideration the value of Drake's jewelry, it's clear that he wins yet again. A point to him. Round 3. Cars. In this round you will find out which of the two Canadians has a more expensive garage. Would it be Drake or The Weeknd? Abel has already been seen, for example, in a Porsche 911, a powerful vintage model. And to acquire this car, you have to cash out the sum of $75,000. Abel has also been spotted alongside a Mercedes-Benz ECQ, a vehicle he purchased after Mercedes sponsored one of his clips with the same car. It seems that he really liked this luxurious SUV that costs around $77,000. Another car in his collection is the Cadillac Escalade, a beautiful SUV that is worth about $80,000. In the clip from Blinding Lights, he showed off another model from his collection, the Mercedes-AMG GTC, a super powerful machine that can reach over 185 miles per hour. And to acquire this car, it is necessary to pay out $165,000. The singer has also been caught with his ex-girlfriend in a Bentley Mulsanne, a more practical and comfortable model, showing his versatility when it comes to choosing his cars. The vehicle costs about $300,000. Moving up the price a bit more, he owns a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, a luxurious and very fast model, which accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a measly 2.9 seconds and reaches a speed of 185 miles per hour. This beautiful machine costs about $570,000. But it doesn't stop there. Abel owns a beautiful McLaren P1, a hybrid and electric motor model that costs a whopping $1,300,000. Not to mention his Mercedes Maybach G650, a pickup truck-style car that features a V12 bi-turbo engine. And to acquire such a model, you have to disburse around $1,800,000. Meanwhile, a vast collection of luxury vehicles has gone through Drake's garage. Among them are a Lamborghini Aventador LP 700-4, a sports car that looks like a Batmobile and costs around $350,000. A Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, classic vehicle that got a modern touch in its production and depending on the version and year, can cost up to $400,000. A McLaren 657 LT, a sports car that can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3 seconds and is worth around $400,000. A Rolls-Royce Wraith, powerful and dynamic vehicle with a V12 engine, costing around $600,000. A fully customized Mansory Rolls-Royce Ghost, with an addition of an iconic solid gold owl symbolizing Drake's record label. And some sources claim that this little toy of the rapper is worth around $700,000. Also has a LaFerrari that draws attention wherever it goes by its yellow color. It's worth about $1,400,000. And lastly, a rare and exclusive Bugatti Veyron Sang Noir, worth an impressive $2,200,000. And since both artists have equally numerous and luxurious garages, we have a tie in this round. Round 4. Properties. Both The Weeknd and Drake are world-famous singers, and with such financial leverage, they both get to own enviable mansions. But the question is, which one of them has a more expensive real estate portfolio? He once lived in a huge mansion in the celebrity Hidden Hills neighborhood in the city of Los Angeles, California. The house, which is now owned by Madonna, sits on a 2.9-acre lot, with the main building having approximately 11,800 square feet of living space. Inside, the property has 7 beautifully decorated bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, a yoga room, a wine cellar beautifully lit by LEDs, a cinema, a bar area, and several comfortable and well-appointed lounges where one can gather friends and relax with their family. The luxurious mansion has several leisure options, with it having a beautiful basketball court, a large fitness space for those who love to take care of their health, a heated and enclosed pool area, fully lit by LEDs, and an outdoor space that has an open pool and a fireplace area to warm up on colder days. The Weeknd purchased this property for $18 million at the time, but the house was bought by Madonna in 2021 for the princely sum of $19,300,000. The singer has also lived for a while in a penthouse in the Beverly West area of Los Angeles. The modernly designed property boasts 8,000 square feet, featuring 4 luxurious and spacious bedrooms with floor-to-ceiling windows that allow for magnificent views. In addition, the house has 8 bathrooms that feature a few perks, such as windows with vistas, a hot tub, and even a huge hanging sink. The house also has an exquisite bar, a huge wine cellar, and a well-equipped fitness room, as well as a TV room and a place for just enjoying the beautiful view. The Weeknd bought the venue for $21 million in 2019, but sold it 2 years later for the small sum of $22,500,000. He also owns a huge mansion in the Bel Air area of Los Angeles. The property has about 1.6 acres of lot, with 18,000 square feet of building area. The house used to have an older style, with a more rustic decoration, having many decorative details and even furniture in darker colors. The lighting and mirrors also contributed to give this vintage look. The place has 8 bedrooms and 11 bathrooms. But when it was bought by the music star, the mansion was already very different and must have undergone numerous renovations. The outdoor area is really stunning, and The Weeknd has even shared several recordings in which one can get to see the dimension of the place, including a video of his dogs playing in the flowers. To acquire this lush property, the singer shelled out some impressive $70 million. Drake is not left out when it comes to investing in real estate. He owns not just one, but 3 homes right next to each other in the famous Hidden Hills neighborhood of California. One of them is very famous for having a pool with a grotto, a waterfall, and even a wet bar inside, which sets up a very special and unique house. The property has a total area of 2.8 acres and also has a beautiful tennis court and basketball court, as well as horse riding facilities with a track. In other words, it is a true private resort. Adding up the 3 properties he owns in the area, together they are worth more than $15 million. One of the biggest luxuries in Drake's life is his mansion located in the Canadian metropolis of Toronto, his hometown, a prime neighborhood full of big houses. This is a true 50,000 square foot palace built in the classic historic style but with touches of contemporary, fulfilling all of Drake's requests, who wish to have a mansion made of top-notch materials. Another place that draws the attention of anyone who enters the house is the suspended staircase, which also has impacting chandeliers made to measure hanging over it, which in addition to illuminating, they also reflect on the various mirrors that exist on the walls and serve as decoration. Every detail is of overwhelming luxury, such as the suite's bathroom, which has a dressing table and a sculpted marble bathtub that cost the singer £4,000 or $5,300. However, one of Drake's favorite places in his residence is his 3,200 square foot master suite. One of the singer's demands was the construction of an indoor basketball court of NBA regulation size. It was beautifully decorated and crowned by a pyramid skylight in the ceiling, as well as having a big screen and a digital scoreboard. The leisure areas do not stop there. There is a dark swimming pool inside the residence, which can provide many moments of relaxation. To complete the design, there are LED lights in the colors pink and blue. And some sources claim that this incredible mansion built by Drake is currently worth around $100 million. There is definitely no one who says they would refuse to live in such a palace. Taking into consideration that the value of the properties added together are quite close, we will consider this round a tie as well. Round 5. Business. Besides making a lot of money as artists, The Weeknd and Drake have other sources of income. But which one of them has more ventures? The Weeknd is known, for example, for collaborating with various brands and creating exclusive products. The artist has already released, for example, a limited edition electronic cigarette in partnership with the brand PAX Labs. The all-black model with the signature XO costs about $325 a unit, and it's sure to earn The Weeknd a lot of money. In addition, he has also created a clothing collection with renowned fashion designer Alexander Wang, where the pieces were inspired by the themes of his album Beauty Behind the Madness, and the prices reached up to $575 per unit. However, in 2016, he was named a Puma ambassador and released several collections with the brand, a contract that must not have been cheap at all. Another way to make money with advertising is with social networks. On Instagram, The Weeknd has over 40 million followers, where he can endorse brands and promote his new projects. Not to mention that Abel also enjoys venturing into the world of acting, having even participated in the Adam Sandler movie Uncut Gems. Besides having participated in an episode of American Dad, and having dubbed characters from the super famous series The Simpsons. Drake, meanwhile, has many companies in his name. The parent company behind Drake's investments is called October's Very Own, better known as the abbreviation OVO, founded in 2012. The company functions as a music label responsible for helping artists with their releases, such as Party Next Door, Majid Jordan, Roy Woods, Popcaan, and Baka Not Nice. In addition, the company advertises products online and has numerous physical stores that sell a variety of items, from clothing to laptops, which grossed about $50 million in 2018. Drake's other business is Dream Crew, a management company and entertainment group, producing films, television shows, and series, such as the famous Euphoria, which airs on the HBO channel. Since he is a huge basketball fan, the rapper is an ambassador for Canadian team Toronto Raptors, and there's no denying that he was at the forefront of the major transformation that took the forgotten team's name into one of the NBA's most popular franchises. He also has his own radio station called Sound 42 for Sirius XM. Last but not least, the entrepreneur owns the beverage company Virginia Black, which sells sophisticated whiskeys. The brand has grown exponentially due to the rapper's strong appeal and its dissemination, mainly on social media. That's because Drake has a huge following, such as some impressive 120 million followers on Instagram. Still on the topic of marketing, the Canadian also makes money starring in campaigns for big companies such as Apple Music, Sprite soft drinks, Air Jordan sneakers, Nike fashion, among others. Since Drake is a true entrepreneur, having companies in different industries, he wins this round. One more point for him. 6th round. Net worth. In this last and most important round, we will finally find out who is the wealthiest singer. Will it be Drake or The Weeknd? Certainly, one of his biggest sources of income comes from his shows. In the year of the tour with his album Starboy, for example, Abel raised about $1 million in each city where he performed, which means that his total profit must have been huge. With the popularization of the internet, singers also began to receive fees for playing their songs on various music apps, with it being a great source of income. On Spotify, for example, The Weeknd has over 75 million monthly listeners, and his top 10 songs have over 10 billion views. To get an idea of the artist's earnings, in 2017 he appeared on the cover of Forbes for making an impressive $92 million that year alone. This, added to all his businesses and his hugely successful career, has earned him an estimated net worth of $300 million. This is certainly a very high amount that will only increase. At the time he started acting on television, Drake was only making $50,000 a year in salary. That equates to about $2,000 a month after taxes. So, definitely, what changed Drake's financial life was music. However, with his shows, some sources claim that his fee is around $1 million. In his 2018 Summer 16 tour, for example, he performed 56 shows and made around $84,300,000. In addition, the Canadian makes a lot of money from advertising, such as his $15 million contract with Apple Music, and also from his successful ventures. Taking into consideration that Drake is only 34 years old and already totals over 10 years of fame, with all the information in the video, you can tell that the rapper has amassed quite some wealth. And although it is not known for sure what Drake's fortune is, considering the value of his assets and his quite diversified income, it is speculated that his net worth is close to $300 million. Considering the value of the fortune of the two musicians, let's assume a tie. Point for both. However, in this video we are evaluating who flaunts more and leads a more luxurious life, so let's get to the sum of the points. At the end of this battle, we had 3 points for The Weeknd against 6 points for Drake, and he was the winner of the battle. But if you believe that there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, write down below your best justification. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, deals to satisfy your curiosity.